All right, it is Wednesday, April 5th, the day of the event.
Pumped.
In Arlington, Texas. We're in Arlington. We've been in Arlington, Texas.
We've been hanging out here. We're getting to know the place. You know?
Did, and apparently the busiest place in Grapevine, Texas, at 9:30 on a Tuesday night.
You'd never believe this.
Is Walmart.
Wally World.
There was a Rangers game going on. Yeah, we were there. But today we're talking about some news.
We got to.
And we're going to talk about the event. But Ford is posting a big quarter one gain. Some interesting things there. Spotify is shutting down its Spotify Live. What's it called? Spotify Live?
Yeah. Nobody knew about it. That's the problem.
That's the problem. And we're going to tell a few stories from the dealers we visited yesterday. So let's talk about what we're doing right now and tonight. Tonight we're going to be in Arlington Music Hall with the band is in town. The venue is getting set up.
If you aren't following us on like Instagram or Facebook right now, go check that out because we'll be telling the story of everything leading up to today. Also, you'll be able to check out the live stream on YouTube, our LinkedIn, Facebook, our Twitter, anywhere where we can live stream to. We'll be pushing it out tonight, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, and you're not going to want to miss it. If you're, for some reason, not in Arlington, you're not going to want to miss the live stream.
Even if you're working, you can still be on the live stream.
Yeah.
Because it's probably one of the most productive things we can do in this industry.
Absolutely.
So on Instagram, ASOTU Events is the account where most of the behind the scenes are going to be posted today. And again, you could go to the website, ASOTUX.com, and you get to the live stream through there. And if you're in the Arlington, Texas area, come on. It would be awesome if you joined the live studio audience. We have a bunch of people coming by, and we're going to have some food, and we're going to have some fun, and we're going to have us a show tonight.
There you go.
So tonight's the night, though. Tomorrow we'll talk all about it.
We'll do it.
All right, let's talk about some news. We don't have our usual screen set up. So in the face of lingering supply chain disruption, Ford announced on Tuesday its first quarter U.S. sales rose 10.1%.
That's good.
Driven by strong demand for electric vehicles, SUVs, and trucks. So interest rates, the pending looming recession we've been hearing so much about for 3 years now.
Still waiting on it.
Sales of the SUVs and trucks made up over 95% of their sales in Q1. And demand has been so strong, actually, that Ford announced that they are going to look to increase production in its Michigan plant that makes F-150s and I think some SUVs, too.
Look, trucks are not going out of style.
Not in Texas.
Definitely not in Texas.
We see a lot of trucks around here.
Lots of trucks here. Trucks are not going out of style. It's clear that Ford, whether they're going after the EV or truck or SUV market, is continuing to push the boundaries. This is proven. That there's even like a lot of news around like the strength of the new vehicle market. Our friend Charlie Chesborough, the senior economist at Cox, said the U.S. new vehicle market is showing signs of strength and is also being reshaped by higher prices and fewer subprime buyers. So when you think about trucks and SUVs and higher priced EVs, you've still got a really strong market for those, even though we don't have a lot of subprime buyers in the market.
Well, isn't it a funny story that yesterday we spent about 3 or 4 hours at Audi of Grapevine, big, beautiful Audi store.
Yeah.
And they sold 2 F-150s while we were there.
Yeah, pre-owned, but still, like,
of course,
out of an Audi dealership.
There's a guy detailing. We're like, oh, he just sold an F-150. He's like, Pedro, the GM, was like, oh, yeah, and we sold that Raptor today as well. So that's actually a little proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they're used F-150s, but light trucks, there's a market for them.
Yep. So speaking of proof in the pudding.
Or things that there is a market for or not
Either
for.
one.
Stop. Play the segue in your head. So let's talk about Spotify.
So Spotify had a Clubhouse competitor. If you didn't know, we didn't really know.
Which is ridiculous.
It is pretty ridiculous because we're in the podcast, Spotify,
I'm a Spotify premium member.
Right.
We're on Clubhouse and or LinkedIn audio, live audio events.
We know more than Twitter Spaces, and we missed the Spotify thing. But
all together.
They're closing the door on the whole project. It was called Spotify Live, and basically remaining users, which is just a few handfuls that are holding live room still, got a notification saying at the end of the month they're going to be shut out. This is the crazy stat. In late 2021, they acquired the company Betty Labs for $60 million, and that's what they turned into Spotify Live. It only received 670,000 downloads, which is dwarfed by Clubhouse's 35 million downloads in 2021 alone.
I'm gonna give you right now the attitude over at the Betty Labs, folks. People, hey, put your hand up.
Yo.
Looks like this.
Woo! Got out of that, Joker.
That's the spirit over there at Betty Labs. Strangely enough, Twitter Spaces has emerged as kind of the front runner in the live audio spaces, which makes a lot of sense because that is a platform that really is gathered around different topics.
Yep.
Has communities around topics and hashtags. Ironically enough, Twitter has laid off most of the Twitter Spaces staff as they restructure the platform.
Similar to the rest of the staff that they've pretty much laid off.
Elon Musk is just swinging the axe over there, but there's still a pretty vibrant community over there at Twitter Spaces. LinkedIn Audio is not mentioned in the article, but we've started using LinkedIn Audio from moving over from Clubhouse because we believe that like LinkedIn Audio is the most logical place for professional conversations to happen. And they already have it. Just comes up like an event. You can pick an in-person event or a live streaming event or an audio event. And that just became available for the ASOTU page a few weeks ago. So we're using that
we're running
more.
It for Pitch Tank and all that.
The bottom line is this. There's got to be a community to have the conversation, and Spotify just didn't do the work to build the community, and I don't know the complexities. I don't know if they rested on the fact that they have like the Joe Rogans of the world to think that they would just mobilize the community to go to live, but
well,
we didn't even know about it.
And I think just in general, this audio event, ecosystem is starting to wane, right? You've got Clubhouse.
Because we go to work now.
Right. Everybody goes to work and has things to do, and Zoom calls kind of retook over, but Clubhouse has already dropped by 82% in monthly active users. So you're seeing this in multiple companies that have been involved in that. So we'll see what audio events have to do, but I do think that you're right. I think LinkedIn has an opportunity to be there in the professional business.
Staying power. We're going to give it a shot. Well, I mean, once ASOTU's on the platform.
There you
it's
go.
a shoe and just write the checks.
Just cash them. There you go.
So we wanted to talk a little bit also while we have a few minutes left here in the show, about the fact that we've gotten to spend many hours in dealerships this week. And what we're actually doing is we're filming a TV show type program, named to be released soon, but it is really based on the premise that we think it's tragic that consumers have the wrong stigma about dealers, and we want to show and highlight all the stories and the lives and the people that are affected and changed in the stores every day. So we're getting on the ground in Highline stores and mid-market stores, and we're just interviewing the people.
We're talking to salespeople and receptionists and technicians and the general managers.
Des the tint guy.
Des the tint guy. He's a subcontractor at the store, right? And he was pumped to be there. Actually, both of us met Des at different times, and he had this energy that was exciting, and it was like, man, you shrink and cut tint in the back of a Kia store and the back of a few other stores, but you're excited to be there. You're excited, like tint is your thing. And there's a customer care aspect to that. There's a last mile piece of what he's doing at a dealership that's important to consumers in the area, and he sees that. He sees the excitement for himself. We talked to. We're going to meet her tonight again, and we're going to tell her story a lot.
Peggy?
But Peggy. Just the way that
grandmother.
The way that she sees a PDI is like it reshaped the whole narrative
of
what a pre-delivery inspection is.
A thing that usually would be invisible.
Right.
That is an invisible position to the consumer. Or
like the thing you just kind of throw on Saturday afternoons when there's no more work left in the shop. It is her joy.
That is her.
Care of that.
That's a great way to put it. Right. And to the consumer, that is invisible.
Right.
They don't think about it. But she's like, look, it's my job to go in there and test all the things in the car to make sure when the consumer gets in the car for the first time, it's right, that the air conditioning blows cold, right? She gets to peel all the plastic off the cars, which I thought was really cool.
Right.
And I made her walk me all the way out to the back of the lot so I could peel the hood.
So lucky. That is so good. Which she was happy to do because she hates that part.
She was, and then she didn't have to do it. I don't. How could anybody hate that part? I feel like that's a TikTok account waiting to happen.
Like that story in particular is, that's a microcosm of things that are happening at every dealership where someone's doing a role that they care about in such a unique way that a lot of times just gets overlooked or not talked about or not storied inside or outside our industry. So I can't wait to highlight more of those and put it just right on the center.
And we're gonna have a bunch of these people on the stage on the show with us tonight So if you're interested to meet these people kind of in real time, in real life, come out to the show or tune into the live stream. And I have a feeling these isn't going to be the last that you hear of this. And if you're interested, so we're filming this TV type show. We're going to feature some of the people tonight on the Live Tonight show. But the show that we've been making, that we've been going around and filming, is actually, we're announcing here for the first time, we're going to throw a big premiere for the show the second night of Digital Dealer. We're collabing with Digital Dealer to help get all the dealers free tickets to this event. Tickets are, if you're not a dealer, very, very reasonable. And we've rented out the Tampa Theater. Yeah. We're doing the red carpet. We want everybody to come and dress up, and we're going to do a big premiere. We're going to have a happy hour. We're going to have food, we're going to have drinks, we're going to have laughs, and then we're going to sit at the theater. We're going to watch this picture. So I'm getting excited just talking about it.
Throwing down ASOTU style.
Come on. Right. That is right. So we hope whatever you do with your Wednesday, that you really make it count. We hope that you make it count by joining us tonight for Live Tonight, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, and you can do the math for the rest of it. For all the details, you can go to ASOTUX.com. We'll see you tonight before we see you tomorrow.